Woke me up out of my sleep. Thank you, man. Don't stir too much, man.
We're here, bro. Doing the thing. The ringer's not You can have the live chat pulled up, but just make sure your sound is like this. Make sure your sound is down. We out here. We're doing it. Hell yeah. Appreciate we got Salvador there on the keys in the background. Appreciate that. What's going on, D-Bags? Hope you guys are all doing well. We're back here again with another episode, the 165th episode, that is, of the dtalks podcast. I'm your host, Darren Rita. Feel free to connect with me at any of the links down below. And if you're new here, you enjoy music, podcasts, comedy, or hooping videos, do consider subscribing because we've got a whole lot of that going on around here. And when you do subscribe, leave a like, hang out with us in the live chat, any of that good stuff. It helps us share conversations and jokes like these with more people. So do consider doing that. Now, before I can introduce you guys to my guest this week, I got to talk to you guys a little bit about car insurance. These days, prices are going up. It feels like every day we're talking about how expensive things are or how expensive they're going to be. But luckily for you and I, our hometown agency, Kenosha Auto Insurance, can help us save some money. When you shop locally with Kenosha Auto Insurance, you'll see how simple, hassle-free insurance can really be while they take the best care of you and your family and get you guys the best rate. So what are you waiting for? Give them a call today at 262-448-4141. That's 448-4141. The website is kenoshains.com. It's on the screen right now. One last time, that's 262-448-4141. Give them a call today. Tell them D-Rita dtalks sent you. The worst that could happen is you will get the best rates. Now, all that good stuff out of the way, I am pumped to introduce you guys to my guest this week. He's out here, living his life.
Yo.
He's discovering himself, discovering the universe,
Every day.
you will. Every day he's a professional goofball. Let's give a wet dtalks welcome to Mycole Scott. He's here in the studio. How are you, my man?
I'm doing great, man. Living life.
You are living life.
Yes, sir.
We've been kicking it now for a couple weeks. You sort of resurfaced in the D-Rita sphere,
Yes,
in the
sir.
dtalks sphere.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen you for quite a while.
Yeah, I was doing my thing, Everyone's got their own journey, and sometimes you got to disappear for a while.
Yeah, we'll get into that. I mean,
Yeah.
You don't have to disappear. You
No,
can keep in
no.
touch with people that you're fond of.
That is true, yes.
You didn't have to go ghost on me.
All right.
But
my
you've
man.
come back.
That is very true.
You're here now. You've resurfaced.
The way
and
that things happen didn't need to be the way things happen, that's all.
That's fair. Do people ever get really disappointed when they see your name and then you show up? Being Mycole Scott instead of...
No, but they definitely get a laugh when they hear my name is Mycole Scott, and
Yeah.
they don't believe me, so I have to show them my ID.
You've seen the show, right?
Yes, it's my favorite show.
Is it really?
Yeah,
That
it
worked.
actually is.
Maybe that's some universe shit.
No, it really is,
That's-
man. That's what
pretty
she said.
interesting.
Mycole Scott's... He's a baller, too. I mean, if you didn't know, he's like the best person on the show. He obviously showed it. It's like the third episode.
When they go play.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
What's your goated episode? Your goated office episode?
Mm,
Or favorite Mycole Scott moment, if you had to, as Mycole Scott yourself?
I mean, my favorite, I like when Dwight had the fire. He had
He
like
did the fake fire.
the fake fire, and then they bring in the CPR doll, and then he
yeah.
cuts off the face like in Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, that shit's fucked up, bro.
Dude,
That's a great episode.
yeah, and then the other one is when the guy comes to talk to Toby about HR,
Mhm.
and he wants, because they're getting bought out, and they're the
yeah.
only branch open, and Toby has to keep all the secrets to himself, and it like replays all the dumb stuff that they did.
Yeah.
There's always a good moment in that
yeah,
show.
no, that show is actually really, really funny. It's crazy. I'd never seen it until like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. We watched it for the first time. Me and McKenna sat down and watched it, and it was phenomenal.
People either love it or hate it. It's very mixed.
I mean, I could see maybe disliking the first season it's a little.
It's very slow.
It's a lot closer to the UK version.
Yeah,
and especially
it's
if you're
exactly
United, like you're
when-
from the States, it might be a little harder to digest. But after that season, it's a great show.
Yeah, it starts off slow, and then you get to know the characters a little bit more, and I mean, it just builds up from there. And there's something for everyone. There's romance with Jim and Pam, and there's comedy with everything else, and
Why are you giving it away,
and-
bro? You're
Spoiling
Bro,
the show,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
You're
Don't-
spoiling
I'm
the show.
sorry.
right now.
I should have
That's
said
fucked
spoiler.
up,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
No,
I'm
let
sorry.
people go watch The Office if you haven't yet. I heard Parks and Rec is really good too.
It's
I want to
just-
watch that. It's
that's
the same
good, too.
creators.
Yep,
And they did
it's very
they did
good,
the one in
too.
the park. I think that concept in general of just like
It's like organic funny. It's not
mockumentary style filming in
Yes.
any sort of work environment. I think is just like genius because every place of work has dumb shit that happens.
That is true. Like there's greatness in everything. That's honestly why I liked it too, because it's not like there's not something going on every moment of the entire episode. It's so it like kind of builds up, and then you know it's about to happen, and it just comes out, and it's just you're waiting for it, but you don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, there's some dark stuff that happens in that show that's like hilarious. Speaking of everything,
would not be able to be aired.
Well, you know, you mentioned
right
that there's greatness in everything, and we're talking, you know, mockumentary style filming for any work environment would be interesting. You know, you were working.
I was.
Not anymore,
No.
but you were working at an auto body shop or an auto parts shop.
Yes.
We won't name the branch, or maybe we will later. Maybe you'll sing the theme song for us.
I've worked for both of them, two of the three biggest ones, and I mean, it is what it is.
There's probably some characters that work in those places too.
See, the thing I liked about them were the customers. The customers, like the handyman and everyone that comes in and actually does their own work on their car.
What about the guys like me, the like long-haired?
But I mean, I barely know anything about cars. Before I worked there, I got a funny story about that. Yeah, I got a funny story about.
How the fuck do you work at AutoZone?
So
O'Reilly's.
I worked at AutoZone and O'Reilly's, and at O'Reilly's.
Who's got the better theme song? What's AutoZone? Do they have one?
I mean,
it's AutoZone. It's like something.
The people at AutoZone.
Yeah. Wait, give me the O'Reilly's one.
You were trying to make me do it, huh?
O'Reilly's.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right.
Everyone likes saying that coming in the door too. It's like that's they just he got me to say it, bro. He wanted me to say
What's
it
the
so bad.
average age of a person that comes in and says that when they walk in the door?
Probably like mid-30s.
Mid-30s? That's younger than I would have expected. That's
like the older people are like listening to the radio and they're hearing O'Reilly's, and then they stop in, or they're saying I need car parts, and those are the people that most of the time are excited to go there.
What do you guys scam people on the most? Because there's a lot of scamming going on in the auto industry, auto repair industry.
I wouldn't say the parts people are the people that are scamming. It's the people that
do service work.
Yeah, because they know that an oil change only takes 15 minutes, but then if they charge 3 hours of service time, then they can get $60 per hour.
Or they go, we got to change this filter. We got to change this. They're like, if you want, we'll kiss the tires, and you know we can charge you an extra $200 for that. And when you're mean, you don't know what's going on. You're like, I just want it fixed.
Exactly.
My dumbass will pay
and
it. So
I'd say that's why you go to O'Reilly's over anywhere else, because at least everywhere I've gone, we go above and beyond. Like even if I've gone to a different store and I've just seen people go and they're working on the battery, or they're doing extra like oil checks. I worked at AutoZone for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they didn't give a shit about.
But you guys will actually check out the car.
Oh
if
yeah,
I have
yeah.
an issue.
Yeah, funny story about that.
To what extent though? Like if I come in and I'm like, I have no idea what's wrong with my car, but it got here. It's not gonna leave here.
I got a great story for you.
Can you fix it?
Oh yeah. So it's actually my first. Just pretend it's my first week at O'Reilly's, right?
Okay.
And it's really busy. I think it's like my first night closing with the boss.
Yeah.
And eventually he actually says, I'm not going to stay with you. You're going to stay with Ryan, this other guy who works there. And
shout out Ryan.
Yeah, shout out Ryan. Ryan's a character. He is what I would say.
Don't worry about Ryan. You keep on the story, but we just say shout out Ryan.
Okay, no tangents.
You stay, because
cool.
I don't mean to cut you off. But for people that don't know, me and Mike, we speak regularly. Mike goes on tangents from time to time.
Sometimes.
I'm just trying to keep him on the rail.
Just trying to get more information than needed.
Yeah. Okay, so you and Ryan.
It was really busy, and there's like 2 or 3 people in line for Ryan and the boss. So this lady was asking me to just check her oil and fill up her oil if it needs to be. So when I went and checked the oil, there was nothing on the dipstick, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you probably need, I don't know, I've never done an oil change, so I'm trying to like reason with her. I'm like, you probably need 5 quarts. I mean, I don't know. You need the whole.
You're just guessing.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
So let's put one of these in there.
Because I'm hoping by the time I'm all done pulling this lady around the store looking for stuff, that there's gonna be someone available to help her.
That knows what they're talking about.
No, they said this guy's got it, and I'm like, Chad, I do not know what I'm doing. He's like, go.
Yeah.
So I went out there and I poured oil in, because it's an older lady. She's from Madison, so she's like, I'm on my way home. My car's acting up. It's not working right.
Yeah.
And I put oil in and I check it, because you're supposed to put the oil in and check the dipstick.
Yeah, you're supposed to wait a few minutes, I believe, right, for it to settle.
Well, the second part I didn't know. I was just checking it.
So you just
So yeah. So I just added more, and added more, and added more, and then added the whole 5 quarts.
Were you just like waiting? You're like, man, it's gonna fill up some point.
So I'd add it and check it, and nothing came up. Add it and check it, nothing came up. Add it and check, and I'm looking.
Did you look at the bottom and be like, maybe there's a hole? Like, what the fuck?
I'm like, dude, I don't know what's going on. Like they put this in my hands, so it's all me now. So she gets in her car, it starts up, sounds perfect, right?
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, cool. I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
And I'd say this happened like 6:30, and it was probably 8 o'clock, right when we're about to close, and we get a call. And it's actually one of the district managers, and it's his mom. It's his mom, right? And I blew up the car's engine. I put too much oil in it, bro.
Wait. I have so many questions. Wait, why does the district manager's mom not ask him?
He's in Madison. So she's just trying to get back home too. And he's like, "Oh, go to O'Reilly's. They'll take care of you."
Wait, and it's your like first week.
It's probably my 3rd day.
Jesus Christ! What's the hiring? They hire people that have no idea what they're doing with cars.
I mean, yeah, and then you learn as you go. That's kind of how it is.
You just blow up a couple engines along the way.
I mean, that was how I learned. So before
Christ.
that, I thought an oil change was just adding oil to the car. I'll be real with you.
Where do you think the change comes in?
Dude, I didn't know. I never did an oil change.
Wouldn't that be an oil fill up?
Well,
not an oil change.
Think of a person that never went under their car and saw an oil filter. Like, they have no idea what an oil filter is. Do you think that they're gonna know how to do an oil change? That's literally the 2 parts. You take the oil filter off. You take the drain nut off.
You let that shit come out.
Boom. You put a new filter on.
Put a new thing on.
New oil.
Fill that shit up.
But make sure the drain plug's in there. Otherwise, it's all gonna come out. You know, I've done that.
You've done that too.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta learn sometimes.
I didn't even know you guys did oil changes.
I mean, it wasn't an oil change. I was supposed to just put oil in her car until she was fine.
This, yeah.
I didn't intentionally.
That's hilarious. What kind of car was it?
It was like a 2013 Forester.
Wow.
Yeah, man. She
You
made
blew
it.
up a Subaru.
Yeah, I definitely blew up a Subaru. And then I blew it up so bad that so we were supposed to pay for it, and then we paid for it, right? And then I'm not gonna throw people under the bus, but they signed off when they weren't supposed to sign off, and then it blew up again. So then they had to pay for the entire engine all over again. So they had to like double whammy. And I was clean, so it
wasn't you anymore.
Dude, I'm done. First week, I don't even know what I'm doing.
What does your boss say to you? Like, he's like, hey, my boss just called me and said you blew up his mom's
No, it
car.
wasn't even his. It was me and the other guy, Ryan. And Ryan's like, dude, I don't know what to do. What are we supposed to do? I'm like, how am I supposed to know? Call Chad. And Chad's like, well, there's nothing we can do.
Chad being the boss.
Chad being the boss, yeah. He's like, well, what do you want me to do? Go out on the highway and help her out? Like, there's nothing really we can do. So we kind of told her.
I just want to know what happened when it blew up.
So
like, what did that look like?
So it was.
What did that feel like?
I don't even want to imagine. I felt so bad because then I didn't. Since then, I don't do people's oil unless it's like someone that I know, because
I wouldn't want you doing mine.
See, and that's the thing.
The fact that I do know you.
Yeah,
make me even less confident.
And I'm probably not making anyone else want me to do their stuff.
Yeah. Not
by
looking.
Explaining the story,
It's not very good.
But that's how you learn. You gotta either someone show you, or you're gonna mess up and learn from experience.
I guess that's the positive of working like. You know the first week when you start in like fast food or something, and it's like, you mess up a fucking Blizzard.
Yep.
Or you mess up somebody's fucking
cheeseburger. It's not
cheeseburger.
that big of a deal,
It's not that bad. But I guess if you fucking blow up somebody's, $15,000
it was unintentional.
car.
I will say it was unintentional, so it's not like. I did ask for help multiple times. It wasn't just like twice. I asked like 4 or 5 times. Like,
she had no idea. Like, she's like, oh, this guy must know what he's doing.
Yeah, and I tried explaining to her. I'm like, do you want to like add the oil, or like, I don't know. I know what I'm supposed to do, but I don't want to ruin your car. You know what I'm saying, man?
Jesus Christ.
And she's like, no, yeah, you know what you're doing. She was hyping me up, man. So I just went for it.
Because I would have went for it too. I'd have been like, this guy's wearing an AutoZone shirt. He knows what he's talking about. This guy's wearing an O'Reilly shirt. He knows what he's doing.
Well, when someone tells you that they don't know what they're doing, I mean,
I would assume if you had the name tag on that you knew more than me, though.
I don't even think I had a name tag yet. Like, I literally had
Jesus
like I don't even
Christ.
think I was in O'Reilly clothes. Like, I was like waiting for my clothes to come in.
What's the most?
That's what I was saying. Like, there's no reason for her to not take me serious. I'm like,
How old were you? This was like recently, right?
No, I've worked there for 2 years, so I was 20.
Okay, so 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've
So
learned a lot. I've done a lot more in my car. I've done spark plugs, and ignition coils. I've done PVC. Yeah, PVC.
you put gas in your car before?
No, I don't know how to do that.
Air in
though.
the tires maybe before?
I mean, that's for next month.
Your next training sequence will
we're
be
learning.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the most like fuck shit that happens at an AutoZone or an O'Reilly? At an auto body or this auto repair not auto repair. What would this be? This is an auto parts store. God damn, I can't speak. What's the weirdest shit that happens in an auto parts store?
The weirdest thing.
Customer interaction, somebody asking for something, like just some wild requests, maybe senile, old person comes in and wants something done that's not a real thing. Young people coming in and trying to steal batteries.
I mean, people do come in and they try and steal, but it's
people
also...
try to steal it?
Oh, all the time. But it's most of the time the only thing that they think that they can put in their pocket is, like, the bulbs, like the headlights. But as soon as you go right by that aisle, it's like everyone gets scared that someone's watching them. So it's honestly a good store that's not too busy.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't imagine working at a Walmart.
So you never had, like, a customer get really mad at you? Or
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. Dude fouled me in the back and then pulled a gun.
Pulled a gun on you?
Yeah, bro.
So when I say... What's the weirdest thing? That doesn't come up right away? I got a dick like that.
Hey, you found it.
Okay.
So he came in and asked for red or blue Valvoline, which is a brand. And I asked if it was antifreeze because, I mean, oil's not red or blue. And I mean, antifreeze could be different colors depending on the make of the car. Mm-hmm. And then me looking like this, maybe he's like, what the this kid doesn't know what he's talking about. And my friend Jake has a bunch of tattoos. He kind of looks like a guy who works on bikes. He's like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. That guy, I'm going to ask him. Okay, sounds good. And then he said, so what are you looking for today? Oh, I'm looking for red or blue Valvoline. And he said, oh, is it antifreeze? And I'm like, dude, I cannot, I'm not going to sit here and listen to this. I just laughed. I didn't even say anything.
So you laughed, though?
I laughed.
Audibly.
And it was out loud.
Heard you.
And then he said, what's so fucking funny, kid? That's exactly what he said. And then I'm in the back. I'm already, like, in the back, like, walking back. And I said, I don't know, dude. I don't think anything's funny. That's all I gotta say. And then he didn't like me talking back to him, so I'm walking this way, and he starts walking back to try and talk to my manager, and I'm trying to, like, just make it out the door, just separate me and him, let Jake and him do it. Yeah. And he's pushing Jake to try and get to me, and then gets to me
in the back of the store.
Yeah. So we're in the back of the store, almost by, like, the bathrooms.
Gotcha.
And he's pressing me, like, up in front. He's probably 6'7", 6.
That's a big guy.
Big boy. And I didn't even see the gun. It was Bob and Jake that told me about it afterwards. But
what did he do with the gun?
He pulled it out.
He's just like, hey.
He was.
What was he saying to you when he was pressing you?
He was. I don't honestly remember because it's kind
of blackout in that
moment.
I
mean, you kind of fight or
flight.
Yeah,
he's got you. He's fucking shaking.
But I mean, he wasn't shaking me. He was just like in front of me, and then we were just like going back and forth, and he was kind of like saying, who do you think you are, blah, 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 blah. And I said, I don't think I'm anyone, bro, but I'll show you who you think I am. Like, I'll fight you. I don't care.
Are you wearing like an O'Reilly's like polo?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this dude was thinking that I'm going to back down because he's all big and shit. And
you got khakis on or no?
Most of the time I just wear shorts because...
Jesus, bro. I'm not letting anybody talk to me about cars if they fucking wearing shorts at AutoZone. That's awesome.
I don't know.
That's great.
I wasn't trying to, like, do anything.
You were being disrespectful, bro.
I was being disrespectful. I was. I shouldn't have said anything.
I don't think... No, I was joking.
But at the same time, he shouldn't have chased me when I was walking away from him.
Yeah. And
then to pull a gun, that's crazy. And he came back. He came back the next day on his trike because this man couldn't probably fit on a two-wheel bike. He a
motorcycle trike.
Yeah. He came in, tried to come in. My boss locked the door. And he, like, talked to him outside. He's like, I don't know who you think you are, dude. You're not going to come in here flashing no peace on my people. And if you got a my boss, he's like, I'm going to handle it out here. We don't even need to go inside.
Damn, bro.
And he was coming. He's like, well, that guy needs to get fired. That guy needs to get fired. He's like, no, you need to get checked, man. You can't be chasing.
Crazy out there. Is it Antioch?
Well, yeah, Antioch's kind of weird, man. If you want a show,
that's where homeboy's from.
Go to probably like Walmart or any place in Antioch on Thanksgiving, That's when all the crackheads are out. Like I swear,
What?
promise you. I promise.
What are they
you.
doing?
I don't know, man. They're not with their families. They're all getting high and shit. It's crazy.
They're going to fucking
Like,
O'Reilly's.
That's the craziest
pulling
day.
guns out on
That's
people.
the normal. Like every.
You guys open on Thanksgiving?
Every day except for Christmas.
What do you do at O'Reilly's on Thanksgiving?
We have a feast, bro.
What are you guys eating?
I mean, we cook up in the back. We got another guy who
Whip
works.
that up?
Yeah. There's
yeah.
a guy who used to, or he works there for the time being. We call him Chef Tony because he knows how to cook things like crazy good because he worked at I don't know what star restaurant.
What's he cooking them on,
Dude,
bro?
like on
You guys got a skillet
griddle,
back there, or?
A skillet, not skittle. A skillet. We got a grill. We got anything you can think of. We bring it there, and we're just cooking, and he's throwing all this stuff in there, and he's made shrimp. He's made steak. We've made like burger cookouts all the time, brats, you name it. We've cooked it there almost.
Damn, so he has that much time.
I mean,
It does look like a pretty lax job.
I would say of all places, that place is probably the slowest. O'Reilly's too. I mean, we get our stuff done, but we bust out so we can do what we want to do there too.
UJ chilling. That's cool. That's dope. It's nice to have that freedom at like a job like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where you can just kind of kick it.
I don't want to say anything bad about them, just because I was able to express myself, especially starting this YouTube like journey, like trying to do stuff creatively.
Mm-hmm.
He let me do what I wanted, and as long as I got my job done, he didn't really say anything.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that. Like that's
dope.
Yeah.
Why, bro? Why are you putting yourself through this? Why are you trying to do this YouTube thing, bro?
It's just honestly a way to express myself. Like it's something that I think is something I wanted to do when I was younger. It's just I didn't have a vision of
what that would look like.
Yeah, what to do with it. Like I recorded myself. One thing I started to think, what were like early signs of me wanting to do this? Or I was really just trying to go back to being a kid again is what this like started to be. And I was like recording myself jumping off the roof at my house to dunk because I wasn't tall enough to dunk in a 10-foot rim. And
what were you landing on?
The ground. If I find the video, he comes up to me and he's like, "Dude, are you good? You good?" I'm like, hide the ladder before my mom comes home. Like, I'm not worried about me, man. I'm worried about trying not to get in trouble. Yeah.
Damn, bro. Speaking of getting in trouble,
Mycole
here has been in some trouble.
Yes, sir.
We're not trying to get into. I don't want to get into all of it.
Hey, bring it on, man.
But we've been joking about it a little bit private. So like I said, you kind of disappeared for a while.
Yes.
Some people may have thought you were dead.
People have said that.
Maybe thought that you ended up in a bad place, right? But because you went down, you had some things happen.
Yes, sir.
Right? You kind of went down this not so great path for a little bit, but you're back now.
Yeah.
So now we can make jokes about it.
Yeah.
When you're in it.
We can reflect it.
Yeah. When you're going through some shit, there's no time to joke.
I mean, we can joke about it.
But once you get through it,
you gotta somehow open someone's eyes, you know? Like, I'd say...
So you threw a meat stick, a frozen meat stick, through somebody's car window. Yeah. Shattered their whole window.
Of all people, my varsity baseball coach's best friend from childhood's car window. Like, not
on
just
accident,
anyone.
Right? This was on accident.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a very good, like, reason of why I did it anyway, but it was...
But you were just doing it to do some fuck shit.
Yeah,
you were going to throw it at a car.
We didn't have eggs, okay? We didn't have eggs, and we were in the basement. We're saying, we're going to do this and this, and then we look into the freezer.
Yeah.
And I forgot what else was in the freezer, but under that was the beef stick. It was like 5 pounds or 10 pounds, whatever it was.
What is this beef stick? Like a fucking thick log of beef?
Like, think of a...
Like a brick?
Like a big ass thing, bro. It took up the whole freezer.
Is it like a sausage?
Yeah.
Or is it
it's ground beef?
Oh, it's okay. Okay, I get it. I get it.
Yup. That thing was
huge,
bro.
That's not a stick, bro. That's a fucking... I don't even know what
that's
that is.
That's like a hammer, like
that's
flying
like
hammer.
That's like a big... what did they put like pizzas on? You know what I'm saying? Those fucking... I can't remember what those are called.
Oh, like, what do you mean?
Like a big... Oh, it's a cutting board. Like a big fucking wooden cutting board or something.
No, bro.
Like, but of fucking meat. That's a huge rectangle of meat. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous.
Okay, so you thought, I'm going to
I didn't really have a plan with it. I mean, we were just... That was like the nail in the coffin because we were thinking of just going out egging when we didn't have eggs.
this is what I want to know, right? So
Okay.
I did dumb. Everybody's young, and especially dudes. We do dumb shit growing up, right? Like I've ding dong ditched people before.
So it's because the people that me and the two homies that I went with, what we used to do is like ding dong ditch, have fun time, just messing around. But then we all started to go our separate ways. You know what I mean? Like one person was going to Catholic Central.
You guys,
one was going.
You guys go your separate ways.
Yeah.
But how do you,
so then
you come back and you're like, we got to do something bigger and better this time? It's the
it was like kind of a good idea, but with the wrong intentions. You know what I mean?
I just never got like whenever it came to like I think
because that was the nail in the coffin. Like we didn't all hang out. I mean, it was kind of hard too because we kind of our parents all thought we were. I mean, mostly me because obviously I was the person that had the idea. I was the person that we stayed at the house. I mean, we also did something else other than that.
Yeah. Get into that. But so the thing was, what I'm just trying to wrap my head around is like people in general, right? That do like egging or like really fucking up people's houses and shit, right? I could never do any of that shit. I never thought that was even fun because it was like at that point. Maybe it's like an empathy thing. I'm just like, man, imagine having to clean that shit up. Imagine having to deal with that.
I think back to it now, and it sucks that I did that because I never myself got egged or toilet papered or like lit dog shit on their doorstep, and like I had never had to do. I was never the receiving end of that. So now I think about it now, and they probably question like why me, why me, like especially because. When we got caught, like all the other people doing the egging thing, when we went to court, one of the people that got egged, they said that their car was so full of the egg yolk and that they left their windows open for their vacation. When they came back, that the eggs cooked in there and that they couldn't, like the insurance couldn't even
cover it.
Yeah, so they had to take the entire loss on the entire vehicle, which was like a brand new minivan, and I can only imagine of like the struggle that they had to go through.
Yeah.
And it really makes you think like the things that you do at a young age do affect, like it doesn't always affect you, but then you start thinking of like you're saying like.
Did that teach you maybe some empathy?
Oh man, dude.
Because I know I
start thinking of how all the things that I did to people and how. I could have better expressed myself, and I wish that I did. I wish I had the knowledge that I have now to at least feel a little bit for the other person.
Well, you know what sucks too is that you had to learn it a little bit later. You're still young. You're still young. You're still young and dumb. But it's like you learned it a little bit later, where like and you doing crazier shit that you're able to do crazier things. I know, like for myself, I had an incident. One of my friends when we were younger, he lived on this road that's kind of like twisty and curvy. People they speed past his house on this curved road. There was this tree that like a branch had broken off. This big fucking log of a tree broke off, and fucking idiots like in 4th grade or 5th grade, I don't even know, right? But we're just like, let's do some fuck shit. So we pick up this log, right? We bring this log in the middle of the road. And we're like, bro, someone gonna come. They're gonna hit Why? Because I watched Big Daddy, and I thought, man, that shit's hilarious when they make the bikers and the roller skaters fall over. Not realizing, no, like, if a motorcyclist comes down and fucking dies, right, that would be fucked. What ended up happening was a guy did come on a fucking motorcycle, and he stopped and was like, we're inside and we're watching, and he's like, you can't hear any sound, but he's just, fuck is this log? He's freaking out, and he grabs and he slides the log off. And I realized in that moment when he moved it, I was like, oh, dude, thanks something that dude moved that log. Because if he didn't, even if it wasn't him that got hit by the fucking thing, you know, like how terrible. And that's when I, like, so.
Like, think of the repercussions you would have had to deal with knowing that you could have ended that man's life.
Exactly.
Just so because he was driving and you decided to see what would happen of you.
Yeah, and I was very lucky. That was really young, right? So I was like in 4th grade or something, and it was like, oh, okay. I realized, you shouldn't do shit like that.
I did the same thing with some buddies but no, with a stop sign, and we put it in the road, and then they ran it over, and I think it like messed up their, like one of their wheels, and I like you're saying, like it could have went so much worse than what it did. You know what I mean? So like, you got to think of not even trying to engage with that type of
what is
behavior,
it about
man.
young men that we just do stupid shit like that? What is it about it that's so fun in the moment where you're like, this is a good idea, and then right as you're doing it, I'm sure as this. So we need to finish the story so we get some sort of people can understand what happened. You had a giant meat log, and you threw it.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
You said you wanted to me. You told me before. You didn't say this on air, but you wanted to just put it on. You wanted to throw it on the car.
I was trying to throw it on top of their car, so then in the morning,
it would just
like
be
it would like melt all over their car, and then it would be like, what the fuck? Like, why is there?
Yeah, but no harm, no foul. It would just wash off and whatever.
I mean, realistically, what was I really trying to? I mean,
you weren't trying to break into someone's car with a meat stick.
Exactly.
You were just trying to be stupid, and here's a joke, and then you missed.
Yeah.
It leaves your hand.
It leaves my hand, and it shatters, and there's no noise.
Which window? The back window.
The back window
of the car. Whole thing. Shh. And then you end up. Long story short, you end up getting caught.
Yep.
You end up getting in a lot of trouble.
Yep,
Mike, for people that don't know, was a pretty talented baseball player.
Somewhat.
Pretty talented. You catch it, right?
Yep.
Pretty good. And didn't get to play then.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being really sad because I talked to you every now and again, and we had some classes together. You were a smart kid too. You were in advanced math classes. You're younger than me, right?
Math in 7th and 8th grade in high school.
How old are you?
22.
Okay, yeah, so you're younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in like the same. I was in an advanced math, and you were in my math. Like for people to get an idea, like this, Mike kid was smart, was athletically gifted. And then he started failing my math class.
So about that.
And then he started throwing meat sticks through cars.
Yeah. I mean that's a low point.
What was going on though? What was going on that you were? Because you said you were with your homies and you're acting whatever. That's one thing.
So I would say if I start to think of my perspective back then, I was starting to blame everybody else for what was going on, and like I would say, when I first got caught for that, like it wasn't my fault because my friend spoke. Like, it wasn't my fault because I wasn't the person that got caught. So instead of thinking, hey, I shouldn't have thrown the meat stick, I was, like, putting the blame on somebody else. Like, I wasn't
telling.
But then I wasn't mad at him, you know what I mean? But it was, like, I never felt like it was my fault.
But you never connected, like, oh, I did something wrong?
Yeah.
You were like, oh, no, the only thing I did wrong was that this person, the only thing that was wrong was that this guy said something.
The only thing that I felt was wrong at the time was like I got caught. I didn't feel like the action that I did was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of
you just didn't grasp the consequences.
It's kind of like the theory of if no one's watching, would you still do it?
Yeah.
Or if someone's watching you, or if if, would you say what you're saying to me, to your grandmother, or would you do it in front of your family, or would it? You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
kinda, yeah.
Like the moral aspect.
Just like I'm not gonna say this. I'm not gonna use maybe some of the same verbiage that I use right here on the show that I would use with my grandparents earlier today.
Exactly.
Yeah. Working on my car.
Exactly.
Speaking on my car, not good. Could have used some O'Reilly's. Actually, not. I don't trust you. Somebody at O'Reilly's maybe could have helped me out today. But no. But you went through this, like, you kind of went through a rougher patch, right?
Exactly.
And you've sort of gotten your shit together. You had to fucking lose some people. You had to gain some new people in your life.
Definitely.
And now you're on this path
of
greatness,
yes,
of
sir.
enlightenment.
Yep.
And I want to know, if you had to, if the only way to save your homie's life
this is crazy.
Was for you, you had to smash your homie, would you be able to do that? Would you do it?
Man asked me this question yesterday, and he's always trying to put me on the spot.
What would you do?
I mean, I guess if you're gonna put
who's your best friend? Don't say their name. Just or you can say their first name. You don't have to give me. Don't give me a last name.
No. I got you. I'm thinking of it. Would I let him get shot, or would I?
Give me a name so for the audience can have.
All right, Jarrett. Would I?
Jarrett.
Yeah.
Jarrett or Jarrett? Jarrett. Okay, yeah. Jarrett's your best friend.
Sure.
Pretend you have to. Jarrett is bent over, cheeks spread. You have to smash him, or he dies.
Can I get shot?
No, he's gonna die if you don't smash him.
I would ask him to shoot me over him, and then
it's not. It's a higher power. It's just gonna Thanos snap him out of existence if he doesn't fucking. But painfully, he'll suffer if you don't do it.
Could I ask another
No,
extension
it's
of
a
the
yes or
question?
no. Can you do it, or would you do it, or would you not do it?
I mean, I'll just stick with my answer. No, I would not.
You would not do it.
No, I think it
If
would,
the homie needed you.
the homie would not need me. We wouldn't be homies after that.
No?
No.
What?
You would want to be homies with the person that.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
Bro,
I gotta keep the homies
that's
alive,
next
bro. I gotta
level,
put on
man.
for the homies, bro. Come on.
I haven't.
Come on.
I guess I haven't leveled up like that yet.
No, you don't got real homies.
That is such a
Come
loaded
on,
question.
bro.
All right, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Same question yesterday.
Okay.
Would you have sex with a woman with a penis or a man with a vagina?
Well, I'm attracted to women, so if a woman had a penis and I found her attractive, I do what I do. I'm attracted to women, so if this woman, if I found this woman attractive,
yeah,
and she is a woman, and we're about to have sex, and it just so happens that she has a penis,
yeah, what would happen?
that would be pretty transphobic of me to not have sex with her. I think.
So you'd make it work for the time being?
You gotta figure it out.
Or you'd make the relationship?
You gotta figure it out.
I mean, I guess I was only asking if...
You said smash. You didn't say date, whatever.
Okay,
and who knows? Maybe. You never know. I'm taken right now, so that's off the table altogether.
Yeah, it's all hypothetical. It's all
Hypothetical.
hypothetical.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
In the
I don't
multiverse.
know. I don't think
you can't.
I don't think I could save my homie like that. Like, how... That's terrible. Then you gotta think of... Like, I guess I would ask him first.
Wait, what did you just say? You just switched back to the homie. You got to say that. You can't just go, "Oh, that's terrible." When we're talking about
both.
this,
Yeah,
you need to make it clear which one you're talking about.
I'm talking about the question you asked
the homie
me.
one.
Yeah, that's still that's a loaded question because I mean you would really. Yeah.
You're blowing a load in your homie, bro.
Bro.
You finish in your homie or on his back?
No. No, bro.
I'd have to ask him for.
Oh,
whatever
man.
one he'd be more comfortable with.
I mean, you'd have to ask him in the first place. Be like, "This is you, man."
Well, no, he's gonna die. He's already accepted. I'm gonna die if you don't do this, Darren. And he's come to me like, "Hey,
well, how does your
this
friend
fucking
feel?
angel, this demon, whatever, has said I'm done if you don't do this."
Oh. Yeah, that's
a tough spot.
That is a tough spot. That is a pickle
but
right there.
But the strongest choices require the strongest of wills. And that's what I'm here to do.
All right, I would ask him how he'd feel, and then if he'd want me to pursue doing things to him to save his life, then I guess I would have to do that.
Yeah.
But if he thinks like I think, he would probably rather
die. You guys are that scared.
No, it's just that's
some homie. That's loving your homie, bro.
I feel like that's too much love for your homie.
No,
in my eyes, because there's
no such thing, bro.
You don't think so? There's not too much love?
No such thing.
Okay. I mean, that's true.
You're not. What are you scared of people thinking you're gay?
No, I'm not.
You're not
scared
gay.
Of that. No, that's not.
And even if you
is.
were, it's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, true.
But if you just because you think about it this way too, if somebody was gay, and they had sex with a straight like a heterosexual, the opposite sex, right? Just because they had sex with somebody one time would not make them straight. It'd just be like, oh, I fucked somebody one time. Like I'm not attracted to men, right? I could go have sex with a man. It doesn't make me gay.
What does it make you like?
It doesn't make me shit. I just that's an action I did, right? Are you?
You're searching.
Listen. You're not a professional basketball player, right? You don't play in the NBA.
No.
You're not a basketball player.
No.
You didn't play basketball in high school. Freshman year, maybe.
Freshman, yeah.
Okay, you didn't play basketball. You didn't play, right?
Yeah.
But you've shot a basketball before, right?
Okay.
Are you a basketball player?
I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But still, that's not my game. I'm sorry.
It's not my game either.
That's
I'm
what
just saying you shouldn't be afraid of it.
No,
you gotta do what you gotta do to save your home.
People can express themselves however they want to express themselves.
You're not, bro. Don't. It's not like that. No one's taking it as you saying it that way. We're joking around here. But you're just saying, don't be so afraid of it. If the homie's life is on the line, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I would ask him and go from there. If he's cool with it and we can never talk about it again and never tell anybody, then I guess we can make it happen.
That's fair.
I don't know, man. We would really be talking like.
What if you had to let your homie smash you? Is that different?
I would say.
You'd let him?
No, I'd say be gone with me, bro. No, I'm telling you that's the type of thing that people use so they have power over you. Like the theory.
A real homie that is willing to have sex with you to save your life is not going to hold that over you. Maybe okay. Let's say let's say I had to save your life.
Yeah.
Right? And I did this thing that we're talking about.
Yes.
And let's say down the line you're getting married, right? To a woman.
Yeah.
You're attracted to women, right? And I'm your best man at the wedding. Yeah, there's going to be a joke in there. For sure. There's going to be a joke in that speech. But other than that, that's it. I'm not going to hold that over you. I'm going to make jokes. But as your homie, that's what you got to do.
That's true.
That's what you got to do, bro. We got a question from Big Ty I saw earlier in the chat. I haven't been keeping up with the whole chat, but I saw he said, what's your age limit?
Big Ty.
Why are you laughing like that?
Big Ty.
Why are you laughing like that?
Because that's a question that doesn't have enough information for me to answer.
What's your age limit for being intimate with somebody? You're 22, you said.
Correct.
What's the oldest person you could?
I don't know. Depends on if I connect with them well or not. What do you mean, Ty?
What's okay? Well, what would it? What, in general, is there a limit? Is there a cap, or there's no cap?
I mean,
as long as you connect with them, doesn't matter.
I guess as long as you connect with them on a vibe, like as long as you both.
Hell yeah.
I mean, how I feel.
I think for me, probably like 50 is probably.
50, yeah.
Maybe a couple years older.
Yeah, if I'm saying for me, myself.
Depends how healthy they are, too, because for me, I think it'd be pretty traumatic if you were doing something with somebody who was maybe a little bit older and something, heart's not healthy. The commercials, you ask your doctor today if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Like, if they haven't asked their doctor if their heart is healthy enough for sex, then I don't want to risk it.
If they're questioning if they should go to the doctor before they have sex, they probably shouldn't be having sex. You know what I'm saying?
That's fucked up.
They should probably go to the doctor first before they have
Everybody
sex.
Everybody deserves to have sex, bro.
I'm not saying you shouldn't, man.
Come on, bro. You canceled, bro.
No, I feel like, my position on it recently.
I know,
and I don't want to take up more time on that.
You don't want to get into that. That's
no,
fair. That's fair.
Because I already know it's down the line.
What's up with you copying my hairstyle, though?
I already told you the other day. It's just so beautiful, man. I can't not, man. It's just.
So you can full confidence say that with a smile on this podcast, but 2 minutes ago you couldn't say you would fuck your homie.
No, because that's different to me. Love is showing affection in a different way, other than.
They do say imitation is the greatest form of the greatest form of flattery or something. So.
I mean, I just was naturally given curly hair, and I think yours looks better than mine. I'm gonna be real.
I'll be taking care of mine.
I mean, what do you put in yours?
Once a week I put this curl thing in there when it's
like
wet.
It enhances it?
Yeah.
Do you let it dry all the way, or do you just let it air dry?
What you mean?
Like
I don't dry my hair. No.
You let it air dry?
I let it sit. Yeah.
That's like the best way. If I honestly didn't have time.
It takes a really long time because my hair is so long.
If you air dry it, it looks so much better, and the curls get more curly.
Yeah. But today I actually did it earlier today because we've been doing this thing, and we'll get to it in a second, where you challenged me at the beginning of this month to do 500 push-ups a day.
Yep.
For the entire month of August.
Yes, sir.
Right? So, I don't know what you got going on at O'Reilly's, but for me, I got shit to do. So I got to get that shit done at the beginning of the day.
When I'm not working at O'Reilly's, I've been working at a moving company, which is where I was today.
So that's fair.
Whenever I'm not at O'Reilly's, I was either at a moving job or at the warehouse, which is where
But do you have a second to break away and do like 50 push-ups quick?
Sometimes I don't. Like, it really is like I'm doing so much that I literally have to stop from going upstairs to grab another sofa to push out like 25.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that I have
You're still getting them. You have something.
Because if I wait till where I've been finally not working, which is like when I wake up, which is normally 8 o'clock right now, and I go to, like, I'm done working around like 10, because if I worked from 8 to like 2, and then I went to O'Reilly's from 1 till 9, then I went from 9 to like 11 at the warehouse, then from like 11 to midnight I could finish whatever push-ups I didn't get done.
Yeah.
So then the next
try to get as much as you can throughout.
Try and do it progressively.
See, for me, I got to be on camera.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't have time to do them throughout the day. I got to get them all done right away when I wake up.
I know every
so
time.
So that I can shower and be good for the day, right? So I get all mine done for today.
Yeah, you've been motivating me, man, to do them faster, because I've been like sleeping. I go to bed late and then I wake up later right now.
Well, obviously.
And when past 2 days I've waken up and I get the 500 text. I'm like, dude, I already got a rep out like 200 right now. This dude's pushing me hard.
That's what you
right
gotta
now.
do, right?
No,
So
it's
I
good,
get them
though.
down.
It's
So I get
good.
them done right away when I wake up. I try
Mhm.
to I do 50, then
Don't
I
you
go
feel
eat breakfast.
so good after?
Oh yeah, I just everything I have to do while I'm waking up, I just do a set of 50 in between.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So I
like-
get them out of the way. I have to go to this appointment today.
Yep.
And so my hair, I already taken my shower. My hair, I don't want my shirt to be all soaking wet on my way to my appointment, so I had this fucking towel wrapped around my fucking shit too. So, and I'm driving my car, mind you, no AC. It's kind of muggy out. My
Yeah,
car
it was-
barely working these days, right? I'm driving to fucking. It's about 40 minutes away. My fucking dentist appointment, and there's all this construction going on. I'm in a couple. It's 3 lanes.
Mhm.
This highway.
Yeah.
And it's about to, because of the construction, it's about to come this lane over here, gonna come into my lane. I'm here in the middle lane. Okay, so there's 2 cars right here. I let them get over, get in
Okay.
front of me.
Yeah.
Right. There's one lady behind me, directly behind me, in this same middle lane as me. Right.
Okay.
And she fucking decides, as she sees me like these 2 people, she goes into this 3rd lane and then cuts across in front of me. So I slam my fucking brakes, honk the horn. I'm fucking freaking out, flipping her off, raging, about to punch my fuck everything. Because I slammed on the brakes, my battery, the red cord for the battery was fucking, the connector piece was loose. So when I slammed on the brakes, fucking jarred, completely disconnected. Whole car goes dark. It's like that scene from, if you guys haven't seen Captain America Civil War, when Rhodey gets shot out of the sky, and he's fucking falling. He got nothing in his Iron Man suit. He's just falling.
Yeah.
And he's fucking, that's what it was. It was like, oh shit, I'm going 40 miles an hour, and this thing don't work.
And the brakes don't work as well.
The brakes don't work as well either. No
Yeah.
gas, nothing. I can barely steer. So I'm
then
fucking.
the power steering turns off.
Exactly.
And the car with without power steering is so hard to turn. Dude.
I'm in a fucking can.
Yep.
A fucking can going 40 miles an hour. So I
Yeah.
fucking start pumping the brake, and I get it, and I get to the middle, like, because there's all this construction going on there, and then I knew this road, they weren't using this road to the left of me, so I pull in the middle, and I'm just chilling there for like 40 minutes, right? But I'm getting mad, I'm getting sweaty, and my hair was still drying, and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. I got all my shit out of the way so my hair could just dry for the show today. And I decided to put my fucking hair up and go outside in the fucking rain and start working on this fucking thing. I'm fucking hitting it with a piece of wood, trying to just get it connected.
This man's
It's not working.
Piece of wood, dude.
This fucking cop comes. He's a little condescending, nicer.
Yeah.
As far as cops go, he was nicer. But he's like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, if I fucking knew that officer, I wouldn't be here. And he's like, well, did you try starting it again? I was like,
You try unplugging and plugging it back in.
yeah, I was like, yeah.
No, I haven't tried that.
I was like,
yet.
yeah, we tried that for the last few minutes, sir. And he's like, oh, well, what do you think's the problem? I was like, well, if I had to guess, I think it's that this cord is loose, but I'm not trying to grab it with my bare fucking hand in the middle of the rain right now.
Get electrocuted like we were talking
Yeah.
yesterday. That's
And
crazy.
so, I mean, hey, they put their lives on the line for the job. They say that shit all the time. I'm not gonna lie.
They
The
didn't do it.
pig's got a +1 today.
Yeah.
Because he fucking grabbed it with his hand and fucking put it on the fucking terminal.
I mean, as long as you don't touch the actual wire, which your wire, I wouldn't touch your wire. Dude, your shit is crazy.
he fucking just puts it on, and then my sister's in the car. She starts it, and it goes right up. And he goes like this, and I'm like, bro, don't even hit me with that shit, bro. I've been sitting here for 20 minutes trying to do that, and he was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna block the road for you guys for a second. So you have to go. I'm like, thank you, whatever. Shake his hand, go. He won this round.
Pig up one.
Yeah, he was. They say
There's good people.
there's
in
a
the
couple.
system.
I'd say there's.
The whole
they say
system
there's
isn't corrupt, but there are.
They say there's a few bad apples.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
few
yeah.
good apples.
Yeah,
We'll say
yeah.
that. We'll say there's a few good apples when it comes to the police
Sure.
in Kenosha
we're
County.
not gonna make them.
It's not good. Not gonna
Yeah,
highlight it too
we're
much,
not
but he
gonna
helped
make
me
them
out.
hyped
So
up.
I got home. We fixed it. We tightened the shit down, whatever. But it pissed me off because my hair was all fucked up. So I actually took a second shower today just so I could fix my hair because I was not about to let you come with my haircut and me have my hair up, and you outshine me.
No, dude, you're outshining me. I told you.
No, you just looking good, bro.
No,
You
it's
gotta
all good,
believe in
man.
it though. What's that? The headband.
The headband
Yeah.
is because I was sweating the day, man. So I gotta control it. It was up in the air, and today I was out in the rain and loading up the truck, and
That's something that makes me nervous about cutting my hair. I feel like all the sweat's gonna come down my face if I ever if I just shave this all off. Like I'd probably have to wear like a thick fucking headband. Cause think about how much sweat's getting caught in here when you're doing athletic shit, as opposed to if you cut all this off, I had a buzz cut or a real tight fade. That shit is becoming all fucking.
your hair never gets in your way, bro. I think of it like that. Think of your hair
My hair gets in the way, but not when I'm doing athletics. I tie my hair up. When we play basketball, I wear a headband.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in regular day life on a podcast,
Wear it down.
I don't need to wear a
Let it
headband.
breathe.
No, it's not that. But I guess I'm not the one on the hot seat today, so that's fair.
I'm not in the hot seat, man.
You're a little bit. So I touched on it there for a second, right? You challenged me to this thing, 500 push-ups a day for the entire month of August. You need to explain to me and to the people where that came from, why this is happening, so that they get a better picture of why I'm doing this madness to myself.
When I decided to do content creation, I freshly quit O'Reilly's the first time, and I don't really need to speak on why, but it kind of made me start searching for what I want to do, because when I said I leave O'Reilly's is when I'll have money saved up, yada yada yada, do the landscaping, yada yada yada, and instead of focusing on things I didn't have, like probably a weekend of being unemployed, like having no money income, no job, no ambition, I was just playing like video games and watching.
What are you playing?
I was playing Red Dead and Madden and
Fortnite?
2K. No, bro, I didn't have internet. But that's okay. Like,
that's weak, bro.
Oh, bro. He said that's weak.
That's weak, bro.
But it's good. It's good I didn't get too hooked in, because it's like I started to watch more of the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I started like watching, like before this I didn't really have a phone, so I just freshly got a new phone. Started seeing that Gideon popped up from like 200,000 to like 900,000, and now he's at like 7 million, something like that.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
But in March he was at like I think 1 million maybe. And when
I was following him at like 600,000 or something.
I'm not gonna say I was even subscribing to him, but I saw him way long ago at like 190, 200, and I just really liked his like videos. And then I obviously didn't have a phone, so I wasn't watching them. And then at this time that I'm unemployed and I'm playing video games and I'm eating crappy, I'm like, if I try to do push-ups, 100 push-ups in a day, and I did 100 over like a 7-hour span, and like I was throwing up, like I was so out of shape.
Couldn't handle it,
bro. Like my body was so bad. Like I think I was 240, 250
for 100 push-ups.
Dude, it was
crazy.
It was crazy. Like my whole upper body was like.
And you said you were what, like 240? You said?
Yeah, dude.
And how tall are you?
6'3", like 6'2".
You are not
6'2" and a half.
bro. Then I'm fucking 6'2".
Okay, well then I'm 6'2". I'm not gonna say I'm 6'3".
Bro, how you are not that much taller? You are like an inch taller than me.
Yes, I am,
you are
bro.
like an inch or two taller than me.
Okay, we're gonna take them.
We'll have to check. Yeah.
But
And I'm 5'10", by the way.
You're
for the
5'10".
Yeah. But on the program, I'm 6 foot.
All right, so at the doctor's office, I'm 6'2", and I think like 2/3. Like I'm not technically
okay, they're fucking lying. Any dude that fucking adds the 2/3, the 3/4, the 3/5, whatever the fuck.
It was
bro,
like not just 6'3", but it's like I'm right there. Like if you not with my hair, I'm probably 6'3", you know.
Okay.
And I said.
So you were out of shape.
Yeah, out of shape, watching YouTube, eating crappy, playing video games, and then I started saying I don't like, what am I getting from these video games? Like I'm not really. What am I gaining? Like I see I'm out of shape. I see I'm eating bad. I see I'm not progressing. I'm not doing anything for myself. So then I start seeing what these guys are doing, and I saw Gideon popped up like big, and I started watching like Canal. I started watching Loaf. Started watching.
And how did that make you want to?
It inspired me to say, these people are just going out in their lives and living their life, and they're recording it, and that's kind of like. If I took a camera and recorded some of my days, like I could definitely get some views, you know. And it's not even about, to me, the journey with this isn't about making money off of it. It's about just having a good time and having like videos to look back on of my 20s. And like I'm gonna make my money elsewhere. It doesn't have to be through YouTube. Yeah. But then I traded all my PlayStation. I played a PS4, PS2, I think. PS3.
You bring it in GameStop or what?
No, I brought it to a pawn shop because I said I'm getting the money today. I'm getting a camera today. There's no tomorrow. Like I'm getting it today. And I went and got a Sony, like 660.
Got a camera, nice
camera.
camera.
I got a nice camera. It was DSR, something you can actually put like a microphone on when I had the money.
Mm-hmm.
But I got like the memory chip, and I don't remember, like another battery. So
you got some stuff to do.
Yeah. And I told people I was with that this is my dream, and I'm chasing it, and I'm gonna pave my own lane, and the people that I would just say associating with didn't see what I saw, and they told me to chase it on my own. And then I kind of told my family about it, and at the time, I guess my family was a little stressed out of whatever they were going through, and they kind of told me to take a hike and find someone else to help you. And then I found my friends that helped me the first time when I left my house, which is Morgan and Nick, and since then I've been living in their man cave, just
shout out to
grinding,
the homies.
bro. Yeah, definitely.
So you found some homies that let you stay with them for a while you can work at O'Reilly's.
Or work at at that time I wasn't there, but then I met Chris, which is the guy who works at U-Haul or We-Haul, and he does like moving, cleaning, and trash removal.
And he'd been helping you.
Dude, big. That's where I'm moving into right now. I'm going to move into the warehouse, start selling some more stuff.
You're going to move into this warehouse.
Yep, I'm moving into this warehouse. Wow. So then I can control chaos, and once I can control his chaotic warehouse, I feel like then I'll have better control. So
you're just seeing these guys going about their days and recording them and having fun with it was like, I'm going to do something. And that's really cool. And
then when I got to their house, I didn't have any money. It's actually my profile picture for YouTube and Instagram with my broken phone. Like, I wish I brought my broken phone because it's like the $50 phone at Walmart. And I
trap phone.
And I broke it the first day, and it looks like I like bent it. So I told people it was the Samsung Fold, but it's the one time. Like, you only get the Fold at one time. And I tried it and it didn't work out very well.
Yeah.
It's just like a joke, like. But I took a picture of me with my dog and the last $23 I had in my wallet, and I said that it's for some reason, man, like we're gonna make something of this, bro. Like I believe in us, and I put it in my gas tank. I had no money, and then I started watching. I saw that you were doing podcasts because I remember you did it in high school, but I
never did in high school.
Outside high school, right outside high school.
I'm a year older than you, so maybe that's where.
So like I was in high school and you were starting off, you know. Like,
I think I started in 2019, so I think.
But then I remember you doing the ESPN.
Oh, I did do.
Like I remember all throughout high school, you did a couple of videos here and there. I did
do a couple things.
And I'm not gonna say like I had any ambition back then. I'm not gonna lie. Like my ambition for making videos were probably before the grade of 6. Like I just gotta find the old archives of my.
You're saying you were always creative. You just didn't know maybe have an outlet for it.
Yeah, I didn't have like a vision of what I would want to do.
So what, you saw a detox episode and you're like, oh,
I saw a detox episode and it was the Captain. What's his name?
Captain Lossless.
I told you I was gonna forget his name.
Yeah.
And he was explaining how to just pretty much make the best of, or pretty much do something every day, and it kind of like builds your self-confidence that you're like. You're saying you're going to do something and then you do it, and then like it's kind of like your brain tricking itself of saying when you do something when you say you're going to do something, you're going to do it, like you're going to follow through. And that's where the push-ups came from. Well, it was basketball. I was doing 50 made buckets a day, no matter how many shots I put up, and then I was going to do that for 100 days, and at the 100th day I was going to do 500 push-ups, and on the 69th day, which is actually hilarious, that was that day, I was working in the morning, went to O'Reilly's, and I went to Chris's warehouse, and it was like 1 o'clock when I realized it was past midnight, so I didn't get the. You didn't hit your 50 buckets that day. So then I was like, I gotta do the push-ups. So I repped out like 100 right then and there, and then when I woke up, I did the rest of the 400, and I felt like crazy good. I'm like, tomorrow's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna feel good. I woke up and my chest hurt like crazy. Completely contracted. Oh my gosh! But I did it. But you didn't think to just maybe make an extra 50 buckets the next day, or what? No, I still shot. Like I still did it, but I wasn't. You weren't worried. That wasn't your focus. No, that wasn't my focus anymore. And what made you decide to tell me, an absolute psychopath, that hey, we should do this? I'm gonna do this 500 push-ups a day. Thinking that I wouldn't also do that. It's so crazy. Because you know, if you say anything like that, I'm going to do that. It was like a motivational thing of, like, I do not think that I like Andrew Tate, but he said that he only did push-ups, and I called total cap on that. Like, there's no way that dude does 1,500 push-ups a day. Yeah. So I wanted to do like 500 this month, 1,000 next month, and then 1,500 the next month, and be like, I actually do that, and that's all I do. Yeah. Like I'm just not to prove him wrong. Yeah, just to be like, I would like to see you do it, and I think if I get to that point, then it maybe would be like he would have to show. But obviously the dude's canceled right now, so for the time being, you know what I mean?
I also don't think it's a good use of your time to do
No.
1,500 push-ups a day.
So the thing
As
is,
somebody who's done many
I've
exercises,
changed. Like that was like the goal, and the thing is with when you make goals, they change, but you gotta somewhat have like a destination where you're eventually trying to get to. You know,
a North Star.
Yeah, like you gotta have a 10-year goal that you're really trying to get at the end of whatever.
It doesn't have to be 10 years, but
you know
just
what I
something
mean?
that you're shooting for.
Something you're trying to reach at. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. So you decide, we're gonna do these 500 push-ups a day. I'll say
and
this.
No, and right after the Andrew Tate where he said that, I think it was either you were promoting your album or you were it was
I think it was the album.
The Tyler Creator thing that you shared where it was like,
I shared, yeah.
Don't ever stop sharing your art because who else is gonna do it? And if you love it and you really put your time into it, then why are you shy for being who you are?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Darren, let's do this thing, bro. Like I'm doing this 500 push-ups. And
that has no connection to art,
bro,
but it's still cool.
It was literally
that
like,
you saw that. That's
it was
interesting.
like my brain connected that this is someone I can like hit up, and I know that he's gonna motivate me, and I'm gonna motivate him, and he does content. I mean, I'm trying to do something I can learn from him. I'm not trying to gain anything off of him. I mean, I consider him a homie since I mean I've been friends with you, so I thought generically like I'll show you that I'm invested. You'll see, or you'll show me you're invested, and I mean, here we are,
and now
man.
I send you the
28
text
days,
before
bro.
noon every day. I try to send you the
this
text.
dude texts me before I wake up sometimes, man.
I try to hit you as early as I can. Get 500 done. It's crazy. I'll say this about doing 500 push-ups every single day. I'm not going to recommend anybody do it if it's like a fitness goal. If you're like, oh, this is going to get me in better shape. I'm not saying if you're out of shape, you're not going to be in worse shape by doing 500 a day. But it is not the most efficient way to get in shape. It's not the
only thing that goes into...
It's also not the only... Most of the time...
Like, it's diet, too. Like, if you're just eating crap and you're doing 500 push-ups, like, you're really not doing anything,
It's more so for the fact of what you were talking about, or you touched on it a little bit, and what Captain Lossless talked about, where it's like...
Every day
I'm going to do something... And no matter what, I do it. And so there have been days where I've been hanging out with even our guys who are behind the screens today, where it's like I was chilling with them, and it was fucking 11:40, and I realized, oh shit, I still have 200 left today. And I was like, I gotta do them right now. I've been with other people, and it's fucking 11. It'd be 11:30. Oh, I've even been doing them up until fucking midnight. Right before midnight.
I texted you one night at 11:59, and I was pushing them out, man.
Yeah, and I'd be sitting there, and they'll be like, how do you know this guy's not just texting you a number? I'm like, I don't care if he texts me a number or not. I got to do it anyways because I'm a psycho.
You have to hold yourself accountable. It does not matter whether or not he gets it done. I know I got it done, and I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
And the added part is, like, I know that you're going to tell me if you didn't do it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like, there was one day, I think you're probably editing till midnight, and I
cranked out my last 50 right after midnight.
And it was, like, right at 12:15, and I said, no, we're going off of Los Angeles time anyway, bro. It doesn't matter. It's not midnight yet.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, so the thing with doing them, it's so weird. The first couple days, it took so much longer to do them, like, because I wanted to just get them done.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I have shit. I want to be in front of the camera. I have to like look nice. So I'm like, all right, I gotta get this shit done so I can.
But your body is not ready.
It's not ready for that.
No.
So you do them, and I'm trying to do. I'm like, okay, I think I can maybe. I didn't know how many push-ups I could do straight either. So the first day, I probably did one set of like 65, 70, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, I go do the next set. Fucking arms don't. They just stop right there.
They're shaking.
And I'm like, what's going on? And so it took me so long. Now I'm on day. It's day what? 29. It's the 29th of August.
It's the 29th. Yeah.
29th of August. 29 days straight of doing 500 push-ups a day.
Yep.
We're gonna finish out the month.
Yes, sir.
Right now, I do the first 2 or 3 sets. I hit 50. I do L sets of 50.
Like cake too.
Yeah,
like
and
you feel so good right at, like you don't feel arms shaking, you don't feel out of breath.
Exactly. Then the next couple sets, it's still a set for me. Every one is 50, but sometimes I'll do 40. Then the next couple, and I'll take like a 10-second rest, and then I do the last 10. Do that for 3 or 4 sets. Then for the last few sets, I'm doing 30 and then 20.
Yep.
And until I get it done.
Yeah.
And it's like you break it up in sets of 50.
Do you know David Blaine?
I do know David Blaine.
So that's how he gets through his illusions. He only takes it 5 seconds at a time. So he doesn't think of the 7-hour mark. He's thinking 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Because if you get through those 5 seconds and that's the only thing you're worried about, you're not even your brain isn't even focused on how long it actually is. That's kind of like how when you don't look at the clock.
Yeah.
Opposed to when you look at the clock, like time.
Yeah, and for me, like with the push-ups, another thing too is like when I'm doing the set, if I'm doing 50 push-ups, right? There's still a lot of push-ups to do, still, just one go. So I'm not gonna lie to you, and you guys can try this at home if you want to see how many push-ups you can do. I will do a set as many as you can do, and count it for each one is each one. So if I'm at 11, I'm at 11, and then I go 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, whatever, right? What I do is every single thing is single digits. So I go up to 10, and then I'm at 1 again.
Yeah, because if
I'm
you
counting
tell your brain that it's over, if it's like this is 26, 27, 28, it's like
it's reminding me that, bro, you're fucking 25 in right now. You still have 25 more to go. If I'm at 6 of 10, even though it's the fucking 6th time I've said that to myself in this one set, I still only have 4 more to go, and that's what I'm thinking about, like the 5 seconds he's talking about.
Dude. Yeah. You just explained it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it is, and it's power. There's a lot of power in that, and I appreciate you saying something to me about this because it was a fun thing for me to do. It's been fucking annoying, but it's been a fun thing for me to do to be like, I said I did this.
Like you said, you definitely have to put the objective over an excuse. Like there was a time when I was doing the shots that I was getting their cat inside and it bit me. And like the scar has no justice. Like my hand was like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, show the camera the little bitch scar you've got.
Not
there.
A bitch scar.
Yeah,
like it's gonna be there.
It's
for
a little
while.
dot. Yeah.
No, my hand was so swollen I couldn't like flex.
A cat bit you?
The cat bit me and it hit like the muscle and bone, like right in the middle of my hand. So my hand.
What kind of fucking cat is it? A leopard? What
No,
what
it's
is
not
this?
a leopard.
What the fuck is this, bro?
Have you ever been bitten by a cat? Like it.
Yeah.
There's a thing where.
But not like it's that hard, bro. Cats like me.
I went to Walgreens.
You know what they say?
I went to Walmart.
You know what they say about guys that don't like cats?
After deflamed, like it was literally up to here. Like I'm not exaggerating.
That sounds like a bit of an exaggeration.
Okay, that's fine. That's cool. I wish I actually had a picture.
I'm just kidding. Okay, I get it. It was big.
After it went down,
okay.
I went to the doctor and I went to Walgreens and I went all these places just because I wanted to be like, so is this cool? Should I should I be worried about this? And it was like already down, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you should run in right now. Like your hands all messed up, man." And like,
what was wrong with it?
It was inflamed. It was infected, dude.
What would you infected with? Is it a rabid cat that bit you?
No, but when a cat bites you, they have bacteria in their mouth that other animals don't have. So it's literally called like cat fever or something like that. I don't know the exact.
That sounds fake, but I agree with. It's fine. There was something.
Wording.
Something was in your hand and it fucked it up. But you still got your shots.
I didn't let it stop me because I started shooting lefty. You know, I saw it as an opportunity, not a. Oh man, I can't do my shots. I'm like, oh, this is an opportunity to use my left hand. Now I know how to shoot with my left hand, or I'm gonna bank it off and start using the bank a little bit more. Like, when you come with adversity through your challenges, like you're saying, like it was a pain to do them, but to get it done, it felt so much better than to not do them. You know.
And the thing is with anything that you want to set out doing 500 push-ups a day, where it's not really for me, it wasn't really like, oh, like I need to do 500 push-ups a day. It was just like another thing to be like, if I can do this every single day, like what can I not?
Yes,
do,
and that's why I started to say.
Because think about how many. I'm gonna do the math on this real quick. It's day 29 right now, and we have done. And I hit my 500. Did you hit 500 today?
Nope.
You have to get a couple sets in before you leave.
Yeah.
500, right? Here's a 500.
I've been saving them for nighttime because when I get it done, it's like an adrenaline rush that
you don't want that. You want to go to bed at nighttime. That's why you're staying up too late, bro. Go to sleep. We got 500 times 29 because it's the 29th right now. That's how many push-ups we've done this month so far.
Yep.
14,500. When it's all said and done, it's 31 days in August, right?
Yeah.
Times 500, we're gonna be. That's how many push-ups. We get 15,500 push-ups. That's ridiculous.
I know.
That's a ridiculous amount of push-ups. It's not even helping anymore.
No,
I'm
it
just
is.
Stiff.
Because if you think about it,
but it's cool that I've done it.
And the next thing is, I don't think I want to do the 1,000 anymore. I think I want to do like 250.
Like I want to do a healthy workout. I want to do
workout, but it's like without weights. Like I want to do it natural weights. Like I'm doing sit-ups, or I'm doing abs, or I'm doing pull-ups, or I'm doing things that don't require me to go to the gym. Because if the gym's not open, or if there's an excuse that I can't get the weights, then there's an excuse why I can't go work out.
Well, you can just do your 500 push-ups.
Yeah, exactly.
Or run.
Boom.
That's what I do. I run.
I like
push-ups.
Run it. jogging.
I got a bench at home too. We do that because that's when COVID happened. That's what I got really depressed because I stopped working out because I went to the gym all the time, and so then I couldn't work out for quite a few months. And then because I blamed it on the gym, I could have still been working out. I went for some runs and shit at first, but after a while, it was just like I did nothing. And so I had a couple months where I was like, nobody like would look at me other than me and be like, oh, that guy's out of shape.
Yeah.
But when I saw myself in the mirror when I'm getting into the shower, I'm like, okay, that is not who I should be right now. And so then I had to pick shit up. And that's the thing too. I've talked about it before on the show when it comes to like setting your mind to doing something. I read a book called Atomic Habits, a book you should read. And it's about atomic habits. And it's about it'll teach you how to start habits, how to like kind of hack your environment to make it easier to do things, right? Doing 500 push-ups is a little bit exaggerated thing to do, but let's just say you want to get in better shape. Just pick something that's the smallest version of it, right? Let's say you want to be able to run your real goal, your North Star is you want to be able to run a half marathon or a marathon, right? You're not going to go out tomorrow and run that. What you're going to do is
with what I tell people. Yeah,
you're going to pick the smallest thing. Go to the gym right now. If you have trouble being consistent, go to the gym and run on the treadmill for just 2 minutes. That's what they say in this book.
There's a theory, that goes
because
with it.
What happens is
all you have to do is show up,
and you do that, and only for the couple that you're not allowed to work a second past the 2 minutes.
Yep.
For the first few days, and you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna be like, I'm already here. Why don't I just fucking do it?
Yep.
And that's what it is. Because the hardest thing, because we build things up in our heads.
Yep.
We build all these negative thoughts blow up this little rock into this huge boulder, and then we don't even want to try to push it.
Yep.
And it makes sense because why would you? That's ridiculous. But you have to understand that it's still just that little thing. You just have to just move the pebble out the way, and soon you're gonna be moving boulders, and that's all it is. You just have to start small, and you'll be able to get it.
Boulder.
But so that was cool, and I appreciate you for doing that.
Thank you for pushing me, man. He's pushed me to do them quicker, and there's been times where it's come down. If I didn't do them earlier, then I don't think I would have got them done. So thank you for doing them with me.
No, it's been a lot of fun, man. Of course, and I switching gears back to the ridiculousness that is supposed to be this show.
Yeah.
Did you know?
Yep.
I mean, you can tell me. Actually, I'm gonna just say something.
Okay.
And you tell me if it's fact or cap.
Do your
all
thing.
right?
Yeah.
You cannot get. I can't say you can. Virgins.
Yeah.
Someone who's never ejaculated before in their entire life.
Okay.
Never once ejaculated. Can't get somebody pregnant with pre-cum. Fact or cap? Think about it. Consider the options. Weigh it out.
I mean, knowing because I have a penis myself, that it doesn't matter if you've, like, it's just a natural thing for the pre-cum to come when it's, it's like, it's not.
So what's your answer? Do you think it's cap?
Yeah, you can definitely get pregnant off of pre-cum. 100%.
So listen to this.
Okay.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
I got insight.
Okay.
And it is,
and it from Dr. Fauci?
we can look now, and we can look this up. That you cannot, as long as there is no residual sperm in the head of the penis, in the urethra or whatever the fuck, you cannot get somebody pregnant from pre-cum because pre-cum itself has no sperm in it. It's a lubricant. Isn't that crazy? But the reason that you or I probably would get somebody pregnant from it is if we're beating our shit all the time. Like if I just came within the last 24 hours, I think sperm can live for 3 days, up to 3 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So if you've nutted in the last 3 days,
no,
fully, you haven't.
No,
you didn't have to tell me that. But
I'm just saying.
Okay, cool. That's fantastic.
We're clear. We're clear.
Great. So then you can't get somebody pregnant with pre-cum.
Cool.
You can't nut in them.
Sounds good to me.
But at the little bit that you can't control it come out, you're not getting them pregnant. So that's crazy.
That's cool.
You learned something today. I learned that the other day from an inside.
Well, that's another reason why not to jack off, I guess, because if you're thinking that you're gonna be a pull-out game master.
You know, it's crazy though. Think about it. No one's ever told you that. No one's ever told me that.
No, that's crazy.
They don't teach it. I think there's just a lack of sex ed education in general in this country. And I'll give you an example. I just was told, this is a doctor's story, or it was a nurse. They were explaining how there's such a lack of education where they were trying to teach these people about safe sex. Like they'd had a couple kids and the guy wasn't. They're late 20s couple. They already had 3 kids, and they were like, we really don't want to have any more, doc. Like, well, like, what do we do? He didn't want to get a vasectomy. She didn't want to get her. They don't have the money for her to get her tubes tied or whatever. And the doctor's like, well, they have these things called condoms. You can put one of those on. And they're like, what is this? What is the condom that you speak of, right? So they have little finger condoms at the hospitals that you can use for, like, when you have to put certain things on, like topical rubs and things of antibiotics and whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
different things.
Andy uses uses a pencil in a condom.
You can put they have these little. They look just like condoms, and they're finger condoms, so you can use for medical reasons, right? So she goes, well, it's like this. If this was your penis, whatever, you'd put it on just like this, and she puts the finger condom on. The dude went home.
Okay.
Fucked his woman.
Without the condom.
No, he put a condom on his fucking finger. Because he thought that's what she meant. That is who we are in this country. Okay?
Man.
So
we gotta
do some things to teach people. We can't whatever you were about to say about don't fap, that's not the answer either, bro. It's fucking we just gotta teach people.
How about
what are you about to say?
No,
this guy, listen, we're gonna get
how
into
about
this guy is into no fap, bro. He's a no fap king.
I'm just saying, just try anything for a week. If you see a difference.
Try anything for a week, but you wouldn't smash your homie to save his life.
No, that's different, bro. I'm not.
Nah, you gotta try it, bro. You don't know.
That is something that I do not want to try, and I'm not saying that you.
No,
and if you don't want to try something.
Okay, so what's up? Give me your reason. So Mycole Scott,
Rita,
you found your purpose.
Sure.
You found.
Yeah.
You found him.
Yep.
You found the God recently.
Sir.
You told me.
Yes.
He gave you a massage.
Yeah.
You said the other night.
Yeah, but
is that okay for me to be sharing?
Sure,
we're live. I mean, we're live. I already said it, so I was kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But I should have asked beforehand.
No, it's all right.
You said he massaged your shoulders the other night.
5 seconds. It was really scary, and I don't really know how.
What did God's hands feel like?
I mean, for
how many? You said you hadn't slept right in a couple of days.
No, it's not that I haven't slept right. I've just been sleeping later. So like
you were sleep deprived. So it could have been some of the sleep deprivation coming in.
No.
A little hallucinating.
No. I explained to you the coincidence of it and how Jim Carrey explained the misconception of maybe what Jesus Christ might be, and that it might be within your body, within the vertebrae, within the pineal gland, within pineal, the third eye, and then there's also glands in your
just
sides.
A funny word, either way.
I mean, if I could pull up the clip right here, like that, but it's
But so you found God recently,
yes,
and He's told you to stop jerking off.
No, it's not jerking off. It's so this is where
you got notes.
So no,
you got notes.
So Darren the other day was saying. I mean, I was trying to explain to him.
Mycole was trying to convert me to his
cult.
No,
that is not
and
at all.
I was pushing back lightly and cracking some good jokes.
I have a lot of thoughts, and I was bouncing the thoughts off with Darren, and I was unfiltered, and he got the best of them. But what I was trying to say about the sex is that, like, you want to make sure that the vibration between you two is 100%, because think of sex as the trophy at the end, and
isn't that a flawed way to view it?
Huh?
Isn't that flawed in and of itself to be viewing that as just a trophy?
Just let me.
Okay, I'll let you go.
I'll
wait to poke holes.
I was only thinking of that because before I was, I guess, focusing on having a girlfriend or pleasing another woman, or I guess trying to get that first kiss, or try to get laid for the first time, or trying to have more experience. You know what I'm saying? Like more sexual experiences. It was like I was chasing.
You was trying to fuck out here. You was out here trying to fuck. I'm not trying to.
Okay, and I should stop myself and say that that's not all I've been chasing in my life. I'm just saying, like,
that was something you were doing.
Well, I mean, I feel like a lot of people do that. Like, I would say the majority of high schoolers try to.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about high schoolers, bro.
Okay.
Come on, bro. I ain't trying to talk nothing about that shit.
Okay,
bro.
We're only talking 18 plus. Like, if you're 18 plus, we're I get what you're saying.
Talking about some
but
adults.
No, I'm saying, like, when you're in high school, like, you're probably gonna want to have sex with someone. That's just how it's gonna be. But I'm saying, like, think of it as when you didn't know what sex is. Like when you're a 10-year-old kid, right? Like you're trying to achieve something. Like you're a painter and you're trying to paint the best picture.
Yeah, I was,
like,
but I still
like
would
I was
also
a basketball player and I was trying to win this trophy or for football.
You keep going.
We were in Bulldogs, right?
Yes.
Didn't we win the Super Bowl together?
We did.
With Gendron.
I don't know if I was on that one. I won 2 Super Bowls. I don't remember. It don't matter. Okay, how does this tie into fucking vibrations?
Saying, like, when you guys both devote your life, which is what you would be doing at that time when you're a child, you're devoting your life for like the football or whatever you're pursuing.
Mm-hmm.
And then think of it as when you get married, which is what I'm not calling myself a Christian. I think that there's things hidden in the Christianity that is good, but there's also a lot of like they want to control you and they want to use your good faith for their own good. Like they, you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like they're using.
You're not a Christian. We'll just
no. I believe in God and Jesus. That's
so
all.
Where are we going with this?
And I'm saying like when you get married, which is what the Bible says is what you should do before you have sex, is when you devote your life to that other person through good and bad, and then you say your vows, and then you pretty much promise that other person that you're not going to. The commandments, just do right things, don't cheat, blah 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 blah. And then and then the thing that came up was a test of this is which at the time that you're like trying to just have sex in high school, you're not really probably thinking of marriage. But then if you couldn't have sex with a person for the rest of your life, would you be with that person still? You know what I mean? Like say you didn't have a penis and they didn't have a vagina, would you be with that person? Would you choose to take
if we couldn't have sex at all?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you take away the sexual aspect, would you be able to sit in a room with this person and talk freely about your dreams? Anything. Like you could, your ambitions, your random.
So you're
thoughts.
saying you shouldn't fuck anybody unless you can do that?
I'm just saying that if you're.
I'm trying to cut to the heart of it because we can't.
Because there's a lot.
I can't argue
when you engage in sexual when you have sex, there's a lot of energy being transferred back and forth, and
it's not always true, bro. Some people just lay there.
I'm not saying that. They probably are just absorbing your energy. You know what I'm saying? They just sit there and.
That sounds a little.
But hey, you just said that they do.
I'm just saying some people.
And there's studies that when you don't have sex, then the mind is able to, like, it like touches a different it's like I haven't done a lot of research on it, so it's just like I was trying to touch on.
You're at the beginning of the pipeline of being radicalized.
You asked me to explain God.
You're at the start of becoming
the day
radicalized.
After the dude, like, in my opinion, touched my shoulders, and then I was trying to explain it to you, and you're making me sound crazy. So then it's like
God be touching me every night, bro.
I know it. Then you be talking crazy.
You be
like
out
that.
here,
and I'd be like.
You said God is in me, right? So if I beat my shit, isn't that God jerking my shit at night?
I was saying maybe because I guess I haven't looked at it in that perspective, but in my eyes, I wouldn't say that.
No,
yeah.
You wouldn't say that.
No,
you wouldn't be like, "Come on, bro, it's me and him. We out here."
No, I feel it, and that's why I pray for you, because I feel like that's a little disrespectful. Get the fuck out of here,
bro. Don't fucking pray for me, bro.
I just say that I hope that one day that you don't play with his name. I never
play with whose name?
God, bro.
How do you know it's a
whatever
he?
God. They. Is that better?
No, it is a he. If here's the thing, it's all bullshit to me. Or it's I don't claim to know, right? But it's fun to make fun of. Right.
And
as everything is. I make fun of everything.
If I had
so
more
that's
time,
fair.
I would be able to connect the dots that I've been connecting the past couple of days. But it would sound stupid crazy if I try to just throw it all together right now.
Listen, bro. Mike's a good guy, guys. I know I've fucking made him look a little crazy a couple times here today. He's a good guy. He just is being. He's at the start of. He's recently, like he said, he didn't have a phone for a long time. So he's recently discovered algorithms, and videos get recommended to him because of the other things he talks about or watches. And he goes, "We're helping some lady move," and this guy gets a video recommended to him about some God shit, whatever. And he goes, "Bro, Darren, you don't get it, bro. You don't get it."
I was watching at that time was about the.
But that's how algorithms work, though. You know that, right? That is how they work.
Yeah, because your phone listens
Like
to you all the time.
if I only talk about
God, it's gonna show me God shit.
Yeah.
If I only talk about Buddha, it's gonna show me Buddha. If I only talk about Allah, it's gonna be like, wow, you like Allah? I'm gonna show you Allah. If you like guitar, it's gonna say you should buy this guitar. Like it's listening to you all the time. I know that, but things that connect in past like years ago like stuff that I haven't been able to connect the dots, and I'm now gradually trying to see if that's.
I think that's good.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm approaching it with caution.
You're trying to.
I'm seeking is what I'm doing.
You're seeking answers. You're seeking for connections. You're trying to draw parallels between things that have happened previously to you or things that are going to happen. All these things, right? And I think that's great. And I think what you talk about a lot with even on this podcast today, and when we talk in private about like, for you, I was just kind of busting your chops a little bit about the jerking off thing, right? But you're saying like for you, like the sex shit, where it's like chasing sex with somebody or people that
I just
aren't
see
really
a different
at
perspective. That's all.
Well, you just say like you're not trying to waste your time chasing just sex, the object, the thing of sex, when you could be chasing things that bring you more joy. I think that's great, and if that works for you, I just don't what it teeters into, and not saying you specifically. But people that maybe share a similar angle of thinking,
that's
it
where
teeters
I say
into
it's like
you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do X.
People that be so strict to the Bible, it's like how can your perspective be right and the other person be wrong if we're both not like that's where it becomes like if you believe in God or not, we're both believing the same thing, which is we do not know. Like we're seeking out what we want to know. Like if you're never gonna believe in God, you're never gonna try and find God. If you're only seeking Buddha, you're gonna find things that connect with you with Buddha. You're gonna find things that connect with you.
It's like if I want a new car, right? And I'm like, oh, I want a new Toyota RAV4 2022. Guess what I'm gonna see on the road? I'm gonna see the RAVs everywhere I go because that's what I want to see. Right, and it's kind of the same thing with anything where it's like I'm a very by the books Christian. Any little thing I see, I'm gonna be like, see. This proves exactly what I've been saying.
And the religion thing is, I'm learning as I go. So I'm just gonna take it with a grain of salt, and whatever he gives me, and not take what other people have told me, because I'm going to feed out what I believe is BS and what's not, because everyone else has their perspective for a reason, and I would rather not argue with you, and I'd rather see why you think the way you think, because if we're arguing, what are we really achieving other than getting each other both upset? Like
arguing's different. I think discussing is cool. Poking holes in
but
each
you
other's
get what I'm saying?
arguments.
Like if all I'm doing is pressing you on this is how it is, this is how it is, this is how it is, who am I to tell you how your life has been? You know what I mean? Like I can't tell you my perspective is your perspective, because it's not. We're not.
But I'm him, so I can tell you my perspective. You gotta listen.
This guy.
No, I appreciate it. I just wanted you to get to say your piece on that. We're at an hour and a half, Mike. Is there anything that we didn't get to that you want to get to? Any questions you have for me before we wrap?
I was just trying. The only thing I wanted to bring up was the Wim Hof guy.
What is that? Wim Hof?
Wim Hof is a guy who, out of anything, I feel he kind of brought me to be able to find it within myself, and I guess
find what within yourself?
Just a little bit of calmness, like within I felt like I didn't need to smoke, or I didn't need to go drink, or I didn't need to go do something. Like it was within me, and he explained it is that when you are focusing on the cold and you're only focused on your breathing, your brain has the instinct that it can't focus on anything else, so it can't focus on that test that you're worried about. It can't focus on that knee that really hurts, because your brain is only focusing on trying to breathe and stay alive. And then at that time, when your body is in that fight or flight mode, it actually releases like natural antibodies and all these endorphins and stuff throughout your body. And he's helped people with fibromyalgia, which is supposed to be uncurable. He's helped people with diabetes type, like the one that you're born with. I don't know exactly which type it is, but it's something that it's at least worth diving into if you have no answers and all you're doing is being filled with more and more drugs.
What sounds like similar to a mind over matter type
it unlocks that. Well, his theory also is that if you're able to get this over with, like I don't want to jump in the cold shower every time. Like sometimes I want to take a nice warm shower, but when I get it done, it feels so much better than if I take a warm shower. It's just I feel like I just.
Granted, the cold showers is not gonna cure stage 5 or stage 4 cancer. Or whatever
No, and that's not what he's trying to at least give you an option that's not more medicine, more prescription, something to go down your throat.
Yeah. So you're saying, what is your takeaway? Because you said you want to bring this guy. You're just saying people should. I'm just saying
check him out because he helped me. You said at least see another way. Like I'm going sober. I'm gonna stop.
You said
Wim Hof. He's from Greenland. He's a person who climbed Mount Everest in his shorts. So I mean, if he can do that,
pants was too easy.
No, man, he did it with no shoes too. So only thing he had on was shorts, no shoes, no hat, no. And there's a picture of him at the top. So if you think it's capping, look up Wim Hof at the top of.
It's Photoshop, bro.
No, it's not.
It's Photoshop,
bro. Photoshop. He did tests. They put him in a suit and they tried to make his body a certain temperature, and he did the breathing technique, and he kept his body temperature at 98's what it's supposed to be, right? 98.7 or something like that. And if he's doing that, it's pretty much like your body is regulating through the blood to the point where the cold doesn't affect it. And then, like I said, the antibodies and everything is keeping it to be able to be regulated.
Damn.
Other than that, man, I mean, I
crazy.
I can go on forever, but
I
don't want to take everyone's time up forever.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, Mike. We got into some fun stuff here today, and I'm sure we'll have you back sometime.
No, yeah, and the videos are coming soon. I've been.
Yeah, Mike's channel is linked in the description
yes,
right
sir.
now. You guys can go check it out. He went and ate some breadsticks.
Yeah, I just had to put a video out because I've been procrastinating, and.
I told him I think you and Big Ty should do a breadstick eating competition.
That would be cool. I mean,
I think you would get smoked. But
I believe after he explained to me of eating that whole famous Dave's dish, that's
he tells it.
That is crazy, man. That's a mission. That's no joke.
No, he's that dog. I mean, he's not the same beast as he once was.
Well, he'll at least push
150 pounds lighter.
Because my goal was to get 50, and I think if I at least add some water and someone else that's pushing me. Because Olive Garden had it all set up. I called like 3 hours
Do you eat
early.
one at a time? Or I would eat like 4 at a time and squish them together.
The execution was not there. Like I tried one at a time, and they were all laughing at it. And I brought my dog there too, so I like.
What the fuck are you doing with this?
Bro, my dog's my baby, man.
That's
I love
cool,
her.
but it's Olive Garden.
She got chicken and I got breadsticks. Isn't that crazy?
That is kind of crazy.
And I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I guess so. Last time I went, they had to shut Olive Garden down.
Why?
Because it was on fire.
It was on fire?
Yeah, because my music.
Because I was about to say because you were bumping your music, bro.
I'm just kidding. That's a good segue. I wanted to thank everybody. We just we passed 1,000 monthly listeners the other day, a couple days ago. We're about to hit 1,100 too. It looks like tomorrow, hopefully. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been checking out the music, streaming the music, sharing the stuff because it's been a weird time with that whole fine situation, and I've been pretty stressed out, I'm not going to lie, but I'm just thankful that people are enjoying the music and that you guys are listening to it and living your lives to it. I just think it's really cool. With all that out of the way, I want to also say a quick shout out to our patrons. Thank you to all you guys for supporting the channel. It should be up on the screen right now. If you guys are interested in getting access to behind-the-scenes content, a series where I break down how I make every single one of my songs, as well as other exclusive podcasts and good stuff over there, go to patreon.com/Darren Rita, and you can help support the channel for as little as $1. Also want to say a quick shout out to Kenosha Auto Insurance for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. This has been the 165th episode of the dtalks podcast. I will see you guys next week. Peace.